everybody. Welcome to Control Chaos. Hi. We were talking about me sending people gross things, and that's kind of my note. On the show today, guys, I can't tell you how excited I am about this show today. 3 people that I've wanted to have on this show forever. My friend Dan Cummings, Nicole Arbour, and my cousin, Mr. Scott Wolf, everybody. Hello. What's
Hey-o.
Yay.
started? I do want to ask everybody, because this is a big conversation during quarantine. We'll start from the top. Dan, we'll start with you. What's your pants situation like? Are you jeansing it? What's your situation?
I am jeansing it, but they're tight. They're tight, and it's more of I'm less worried about the jeans and more worried about the stomach overflow on top of the jeans.
Do you
when the boxers snap over on the top and won't snap back, I got some guttage I'm worried about.
Do you have a fupa right now?
Oh yeah, it's pretty. It's good.
I like it.
Not
Look,
good.
what's going on with you? Have you put on a pair of jeans at all?
Me? No. Why would I do that? That would be punishment. But this is true. This is so mean to myself. I had a new pair of yoga pants from Victoria's Secret, and I got fed up yesterday, and I literally took a pair of scissors to them and cut the waist so I fit in them. It's a new level of quarantine. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
All right, yoga pants stretchy?
Shut up, Josh.
Yes. I like improvisation. You just made them punk rock.
Just like, yeah, down the sides, I got more room. They fell down eventually. I didn't really think it through. But yeah.
What about you, man? Jeans?
Terrible. No jeans. The sweatpants are tight. I'm not having to tie the little tie on the sweatpants. No. It's
you don't
bad. It's like I'm doing that heroic actor thing where, you get the role of a lifetime with Scorsese, and so you have to pack on 50 pounds in a matter of weeks. Only there's no role.
Yeah.
There's no Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, nobody asked you.
The only role is right at the top of my ass, and it goes from ass to belly button. You said you put on maybe a quarantine 8. I maybe have doubled it. I might have doubled that.
Buddy,
I'm proud of you.
Terrible. But they say you lose your sense of taste and your appetite when you have the virus.
Yeah.
And so apparently when the virus is here and you don't have it, you want to eat fucking cardboard.
You're just making up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you take other people's appetite.
I will tell you this. I have never been a sweatpant guy. I was always like, hey, man, if I saw a dude wearing sweatpants at Starbucks, I'm like, we're in fucking public, man. Come on, get some pants on. But I'm telling you right now, I may never go back. I may never put on. This is what the whole thing was about. I may never go back to pants. I don't think so.
I might not have pants on at all.
I hope not.
Guys in sweatpants, though, there's something hot about it. Just saying. You get those gray sweatpants on the right dude, you get a little outline. It's pretty hot. Go with it. And I forgot to tell you guys that I've had a lot more black men in my DMs the last few weeks. So whatever. The new curves are paying off.
Yeah.
They say it's curvy. Yeah.
Let's get into the game. Let's put the board up. And here we go. We got numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You guys pick which one. We'll turn a question around for you guys to answer it. You know what, Scott? Why don't we have you just pick first, family first? Why don't you hop right in there, man?
All right. It's good to finally be on your show, Joshy.
Buddy, this is a long time coming. I'm super excited.
I knew I'd be out of work when I was on your show. I didn't know we'd all be out of work. So I was born on June 4th as a Boston guy originally. Bobby Orr, number 4. I got to pick number 4.
Okay, we'll go number 4. By the way, dude, that was...
All right.
Okay. Oh, which of these, one of my favorites, guys, which of these is not a real headline from Florida? Number 1, Florida man pauses police chase to rehydrate with stolen Capri Sun, says smoking crack makes it thirsty. B, Florida man dressed like a clown breaks into house, gets drunk, and throws up in fishbowl.
Same.
C, Florida man admits to killing goat and drinking its blood for pagan sacrifice, would still like to be senator. Or D, Florida man with handlebar mustache assaults woman on plane, starts a fight with several passengers, yells at police to tase him, and says, "You'll see what happens, then get tased 10 times." Scott, which one of these feels like is not a real headline?
This is tough because they all are so likely.
Sure.
I would say what I love about C is that in any other state, like any of that, the killing of the goat, the drinking its blood, the pagan sacrifice would be just a non-starter, but it's kind of prerequisite, I think, for holding office in the state of Florida. You know, I'm going to say D.
Because it seems like a lot of information.
It's a lot of information, plus a handlebar mustache. It's like a sort of a, it's the upturned thing. It's kind of a fancy thing. I don't think you find a whole lot of what we would know as a handlebar mustache in Florida. As a matter of fact, I have it on good information that what's known as a handlebar mustache in Florida is when you grow your pubes long enough to tie on the handlebars so that you could be hands-free to shoot alligators.
Yeah.
So I'm saying D.
Yeah. How's your handlebar mustache coming, Scott?
You know what? Speaking out the top of my sweatpants.
You look like you've seen Wilder in your underwear. What's going on, Nicole?
I'm picturing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see the handlebar thing. Okay, I'm not opposed. Whatever. Yeah.
Different structure, different folks.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
I think it's C because the blood and pagan sacrifice seems more like an LA thing to me.
Oh,
so yeah, like we sacrifice Disney kids, we sacrifice people all the time. So I'm gonna go for C. Fuck their mental health, right? Yeah.
We have sacrificed a couple Disney kids here in Los Angeles. Okay, I like that. All right, and these are good reasoning, guys. I like all this. Dan, what do you think, man?
I'm also going with D because the plane. I feel like when somebody gets tased or starts a fight on a plane, it becomes national news.
Yeah.
And even though A, B, and C seem like more extreme, I've read enough Florida news where that just seems like, oh yeah, all of those seem very, very possible.
Yeah.
Very, very likely. So I think the plane I would have heard of, and the other three would have just been like page 4 news in Florida.
But don't you think that there's like a chamber of commerce in Florida that buries stories like this?
Oh my God.
Daily, right?
Yeah, based on the ones that get out, like what
what are they hiding?
What are they hiding? Imagine being the publicist for Florida.
Right.
Well, the publicist for Florida is like, what? Can you give me a pair of glasses? Is like, what happened today?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, thank God somebody just went on bath salts and ate someone's face. I thought it was going to be a terrible news day.
It's a
Can I tell
Tuesday.
you what I find very funny is that nobody picked A. Everyone's like, yeah, that seems like
Right.
Capri Sun is delicious. Yeah.
But like, I didn't know that crackheads were big into Capri Sun. Like, I didn't know that was their thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I have to tell you, nobody got that right. The correct answer is B.
Oh.
B is B. But I will tell you, the winner of the first answer, just for the handlebar mustache visual, Scott Wolf, point number 1 goes to you. Just so you know, everybody, today we are playing for a pair of unused gloves. Unused. By the way, if I had tried to give these away a month ago, people have been like, hey, you sick fuck, keep the plastic gloves to yourself.
That's like holding up gold bullion.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. All right, here we go.
Red gloves.
I don't believe they're unused.
Just give them a whiff when they send them out.
That's not something I wanted to hear ever about anything.
Nicole, why don't you pick yours for us? You got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Which one do you like?
Okay, going with the pagan theme, I'm going to go with 6.
Okay, 6 it is. Here we go. Let's see what's on 6.
Okay.
All right. Ooh. It's
Okay.
3 a.m. and you're drunk. Which one of these meals are you eating? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
A, $17 or whatever you can manage to read off of the Taco Bell menu.
Okay.
B, pork rinds, Slurpee, Doritos, and Skittles from 7-Eleven. C, 3 slices of piping hot pepperoni pizza that rip the skin off the roof of your mouth because you're too drunk to let them cool off.
Okay.
Whatever's in your refrigerator because when you're drunk, you think you can cook. And E, the Postmates that scared you because you forgot you ordered it. Which one of those at 3 a.m. are you eating, Nicole?
I would say whatever's in my refrigerator, and it's usually something I can dip. I enjoy dipping things into other things, and that's actually how my newest face mask got eaten.
Wait, you what?
I'm not even fucking with you. Like, I literally ate a face mask one night, but it was all natural, so it was fine.
I don't think you're doing it right. I don't think you're supposed to eat them.
No, really? I know. I wasn't sober. I didn't say that was okay. Yeah. I was smoking things and drinking things and doing all the things. I also got these cans of oxygen that I've been huffing because I thought it would help with Corona, and it was a fucked up day, but then I ate it. But then my tongue was so like plump and beautiful the next day. Fuck yeah.
What's your favorite thing? What are your 2 favorite things to dip when you're drunk? Just out of curiosity.
That was a...
Yeah, that was not the sign for
dip. We dip. Guys, why is everyone doing that suddenly?
Yeah.
This would have made the best meme ever.
Gift this one tomorrow. Are we dipping? What are you dipping?
For us. Yeah. I'm a big fan of hummus and also whatever I like mash up together. I just like put shit in a bowl and kind of mix it all up and then eat it. It's so much fun.
I like your style. I like your style. Dan, what do you think, man?
I didn't have to see past A. I fucking love Taco Bell. And it's like easy. I started to salivate just at the option of Taco Bell. 2 double-deckers, Mexican pizza, done. And I would eat it sober, but I don't because I know how hard it's gonna punch my butthole. Taco Bell.
Diet, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
It's diet food pretty much because it's like it goes out right away and it takes everything with you. $17 is a really good price for a cleanse. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, the Taco Bell cleanse.
Your head right away, Nicole, when he said Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell cleanse for sure. It looks the same going in and out. That's what fucks with me, but yeah.
You could just squirt a little of the hot sauce right on your butthole and just cut out the chase.
Is this something you do, mustache peeps? Wolf, I used to think you were super hot when I was young, and all my friends had a crush on you, and you're just wrecking everything now. I appreciate it though. Thank you.
I've done it maybe 6 times.
I love that you're just gonna think of a handlebar pube mustache and just
hot sauce on the butthole.
Medium sauce butthole. Yeah, when you're thinking.
Because I think you and I have probably eaten 4 out of 5 of these together.
Bunches.
Yes.
We're talking about buttholes?
No, A, B, C, and D, not butthole.
Okay.
Yeah. We do that separately. Hey,
yeah.
So now, which one is you, man?
Well, I'm going to say 100% not E, because at 3 a.m. when I'm banged up, I'm not inviting strangers into the experience.
Opposite.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell. So the pizza C is probably the most likely. I don't want it. So the way I think the question was like, which do you want? I don't want to burn the skin off the top of my mouth, but I'm probably going to do it. And the $17, the Taco Bell is obviously a great option. $17, in normal times, the great thing about that is, you could eat for like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
But on my coronavirus diet, that's like lunch. $17 of Taco Bell. But yeah, I think I would go for, but you know what? I'm a dipper. I'm a dipper at heart.
Are you a
dip?
I dip it all. There are some sauces that I have said, like, this sauce is so good you could dip a dried cat turd in it and it would still be good. Like fry sauce.
What's fry sauce?
Anyone?
Oh, it's mayo and ketchup.
No,
is that like bush LA sauce? No.
Isn't it? It's like fried sauce might be like a Midwesty type of thing. It's like a Thousand Island or a Chick-fil-A type of sauce, but it's orangey. It's really good. I wouldn't eat cat.
Is it just mayo and ketchup? I thought it was just a blend of those 2 things.
I think it's got a little spice in there of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, a little hot sauce.
And you know what I think? I think Scott wants to think that it's not just ketchup and mayonnaise.
It's fancy.
I like to feel fancier than that.
Yeah.
Look, I would dip a Pop-Tart in barbecue sauce. I'm a dipper.
I'm on board.
Barbecue sauce, jerk chicken sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I have to tell you, I enjoyed all three of your answers. Dan, I have to tell you, for me, I would have picked A as well. But I really enjoyed Nicole adding the dipping into it. She went out of the normal lane. And so 1 point for Nicole. You're one step closer to these new gloves.
I can touch Scott's butthole with those.
You know, your glove, your choice. All right, here we go. We'll put the board back up, and Dan, you can pick what is left. I think was it 4 and 6 were picked?
Yeah.
6, so you have 1, 2, 3, and 5.
I'll go with number 1. I'll go with number 1.
Here is number 1. Ooh, I do like this one. All right, ESPN just put out The Last Dance, which follows in detail Michael Jordan's final season with the Bulls. If another celebrity or group was going to document something like this, who would you want it to be? And before you put these up on the board, guys, so what will happen is we'll put the movie poster up, and I will explain to you what it would be. Okay, so let's show the first one. The show that they would put out would be Single Lady, which is the Beyonce story about Destiny's Child breaking up. So Single Lady. Or would you like to see When We Got Pubes, the Harry Potter story? Would you like to see A Tongue Too Far, a love story with Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus? Or the Pete Davidson story called Out of My League, I Don't Get It Either? Oh, that last poster made me laugh.
Josh. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I'm the only one thinking that?
Yeah. You're not the only one thinking that.
Yeah, he's thinking that too. It's not just me. Yeah, he's thinking that right now. What am I doing here? Okay.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, he is funny. He is funny, but not that funny. All right, man. Tell me which one, man. Which one? The Destiny's Child, Single Lady, story about the breakup. The Harry Potter, When We Got Pubes, Smiley and Liam, or Pete and Ariana, I Don't Get It Either.
I know we're talking before the show. I also am a Harry Potter fan, so I want to pick that, but I don't feel like I can pick that looking like I look.
Hagrid, it's you.
Like I can't be like, Hermione thinking about the Harry and the boys. Like I just feel like such a pedophile if I want to watch a movie about Hermione and the dudes going through puberty.
Yeah. Probably smart. You're probably smart.
I feel like since I can't pick that one or don't feel comfortable picking that one, I would do the D, Pete and Ariana, because I don't understand it at all. And I think Pete's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that funny to go with that level of looks and just fame. I just don't understand why he's famous in general. He's very funny. He's very funny. There's other people funnier to me, and I would love to see a documentary explain to me what I've clearly been missing.
Hey, listen, by the way, I don't think you'd be alone. What do you think, Nicole? What do you think? Which one do you want to see?
Well, first of all, I think that Pete is famous for the reason that Scott was famous. Cute to younger girls. Hello, you're missing that point. Like, he still looks like he's 14, but he's not.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Isn't that creepy?
Not to me. I'm of age. I'm fine. But speaking of kind of creepy, but I'm into it anyway, I would definitely go Harry Potter and the Tale of the Lost Pubes or whatever it is. Because there's a lot of pubes in this episode, first of all. And I don't think that they would have pubes because they have magic wands. They could just like laser hair remove their shit. Right? They'd be fine. Like, that's something I would do if I had a wand.
Is that what you would do with your magic wand?
Well, that'd be one of the things for sure. And like, I know that once they get of age, these guys will be drunk in Cancun, but they'll never get like drunk dick because they could just be like erecticus dickus. Hey. That's magic for teenagers.
That was such an answer that I could definitely not give. If I'm like, yeah, like when they're 18, I still don't want them to have pubes.
By the way, Nicole, if you don't think I'm going to say erecticus dickus in my bedroom in front of my wife, you're crazy.
I hope you do. Don't film it, but maybe film it from here up. I don't know. It'd be just funny.
That's Josh, when it doesn't work, it's just going to be.
I said erecticus dickus.
Why?
did that, I'd be like, oh,
That would be pretty amazing. Scott, what do you think, man?
spectacular.
So, I still haven't seen the Jordan one. I'm really wanting to see it.
It's excellent.
I heard it's excellent. It would definitely not be the Harry Potter one. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah.
Get out.
Mainly because it's like you said, it would be about their pubes, and they're so British that they probably all had pubes at like 9 years old, and I didn't have like hair one on my dick till I was like 15 and a half. So it
By the way, and a half means that you remember.
yeah, let's keep it track.
For you not to remember. You're like 15 and a half, something like that.
It was like
I had
September 14th.
no idea the British kids got pubes. Like it's like that was like a known thing. Like, oh yeah, British
I think
kids.
it is.
Mommy, I've got the cube.
Yeah.
I heard it either. I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, am I the only person that doesn't know?
So I'm gonna go with I would want to see D, the Pete and Ariana. I don't get it either because I love a good mystery. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the Nancy Drew show now. It's all about mystery.
Yep.
And I feel like there's a really, I mean, this is some Loch Ness Monster level mystery shit because like I find him extremely funny.
Yeah.
Super funny.
Yeah.
And the other thing I think we could acknowledge, I mean, you know, there are some guys in the world, he would be on the poster for this, where you could just tell kind of by the bone structure and their physique that he's got a dong the size of Cleveland. Well, I mean, of course he does.
Wait, what? What do you mean you can tell by the bone structure and the physique?
I think you're right.
You know what I mean? There's just some guys, they're just, I don't know how to describe it. All I could say is like that kind of guy.
Yeah, handlebar pubes.
That
that's what
look.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
That look. Go ahead, pan down. What do we got?
Look
Oh my God.
that's why she's looking at him like that.
Yeah.
You broke it. That's Pandora's box right there.
I think that
I am in awe of Scott's anthropological knowledge about the British kids and pubes, and then like bone structure of the face compared to dong size. Like you have some PhD I want to know about.
PhD. Yeah.
But here's the mystery. Even is that enough? Is just like being funny and having maybe I'm being naive here. Is being funny and having a giant dong enough for a girl?
What else are we looking for?
Yeah.
Sure, he's wealthy and famous and has a giant dick and he's really funny, but is that enough?
He's pretty much like Jimmy Fallon little. Like he laughs at his jokes and that's what's half the fun.
Listen, by the way, Scott, Dan did make the complete wealthy, famous,
Yes.
funny, giant penis. That seems to be touching all the bases.
Yeah, I think mystery solved.
Way to go, Scooby Gang.
We're like our own scoop. Yeah, we're like our own scoop. Guys, this was we got in depth on this, and Scott, I had no idea you paid that close attention to the bone structure penis ratio. But I've never heard anyone on this show use a word quite as long as anthropological. So Dan, that blew me away. So we're at 1 to 1 to 1, everybody. And let's get into our favorite top 3 lists. Okay. So let's put up our first top 3 list, and we'll start. Scott, since you went first this time, Dan, you'll go first this time. Give me your top 3 Urban Dictionary terms for any sexual acts. I want you to know, I've been looking forward to this since this morning. Like some of the ones in Urban Dictionary make me laugh forever and ever, but I always hear new ones. I'm so excited to hear yours. Dan, let's start with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna preface this by saying these aren't the 3 that like I would enjoy. I want to be very clear about that. I just found the name interesting.
By the way, that's a good thing to put out first, I think. That's smart.
So the first one is when your sexual partner is giving you a rim job, you have an orgasm and shit in their mouth. It's called the Connecticut mudslide. No, I just like, what does that have to do with Connecticut?
Have you been there? A lot.
And then
here's what I want you to do. Dan.
Yeah.
Will you read the title first, then the meaning, and then the title again?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you bet. Okay, so this is something like a fear of mine. I haven't had it this bad, but I've experienced a little bit of this, and it's super, super painful. And then I'll get to a funny one again, but it's premature separation.
Huh.
So I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's when you're banging away with really going at it, you slip out accidentally and then miss and basically almost or break your dick.
Ooh, yeah. That
Premature
is
separation.
Erecticus dickus.
When you get a broken wand, that is something that has happened. I've never broke it, but that is that's a problem.
I've never broke it, but I know you can damage it, and I've come where like what feels like it might be broken, and it is crazy painful.
Yeah, that seems terrible. Okay, let's hear the last.
As a girl, I'd be bragging about breaking a guy's dick. Like, that sounds awesome. But I broke his dick off. Yeah, that type bitch. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I don't know what happened to me there.
Oh, that's a good angle on it though. Like, yeah, like
this.
Such a little hole. Such a little hole.
We should all stop doing this because Josh is gonna mean this and this. It's gonna be
everything's happening. Like
weird days on social media for all of us.
Listen, I know this is gonna happen to me tomorrow. So, Dan, let me hear number 3.
This is my favorite. It's just I've never heard of this one before today. But Kentucky popsicle.
Oh! Let's all guess.
Okay.
Kentucky popsicle. That means something's cold. I'm gonna say that the person puts an ice cube on somebody else's butthole and pushes it in with their penis. The Kentucky popsicle. Anybody have a guess?
That's a great guess.
So wait, what? It's called a Kentucky
popsicle. Anyone have a guess?
Ooh.
Kentucky. Scott, you got something about dicks and pubes and something. Come on.
It's okay. Well, okay, Dan, go ahead and tell me what it is.
I'm stumped.
It's pretty rough. It's when two guys go out into the woods and they each of them grab a stick, and then they shit into each other's hand. It's very complicated. They shit into each other's hand while holding sticks, and then they stick their shit on the other person's stick, and then they exchange sticks, and then each person licks the other dude's shit until it's gone, and they enjoy their Kentucky popsicle.
What's happening in Kentucky right now?
Okay.
How would we have guessed this? Josh, how would we have guessed this?
Can I tell you what I liked more than even the definition was watching Nicole and Scott devolve as you described it more. That was absolutely amazing.
I'm rock fucking hard right now too.
Oh, that's weird. Your table didn't move.
Okay, I'm crying. Nicole, please tell me what your 3 are.
I don't have anything that's going to disturb you for the rest of your life.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm sweating from that.
Okay.
So a gentleman caller, aka a random dude on Instagram, recently has said he would like to pound the Punani pavement. And I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one before?
The Punani pavement, I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Nice alliteration.
Yeah, it is.
It's beautiful. I thought it was like modern poetry. It was like Shakespearean shit, like pounding the Punani pavement.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can't top anything that was shitting on a stick and feeding it to each other. So I don't know why I'm taking a turn.
It's not about topping. It's the funny names. That's what we like.
Okay. Well, I liked pounding the Punani pavement, and I would like to revert back to a classic, if I will.
Please.
Just the classic of taking the hot beef injection.
Yeah,
it always feels a little bit medical and just.
I like that one. Yeah. I always expect a dude wearing a robe to say that.
Yeah. There's classical music in the background, whatever. Yeah. I like that one. And I feel like I should make one up. Okay. I'm going to call it the Connecticut strip.
Okay.
And then everyone shits in a bucket. And then to the biggest guys, whoever the biggest guys are, with the biggest handlebar bushes, they jack off into the bucket, and then you go down and you strip in Connecticut, and you rub it all over each other and have a satanic orgy.
Oh my God, I just came.
I knew it. I knew that would get you. That was the goal.
The Kentucky popsicle got me warmed up, and that just fucking put it over the top.
I'm so disturbed I couldn't say words, but I'm really glad that just happened.
Scott, tell me what you got, man.
I hope they play that at my eulogy one day.
So too. I hope it's on your tombstone.
Oh, jeez, come on.
So I'll go old school for one.
Yeah.
So one of my oldest old favorites is so there's the Dirty Sanchez, right?
Yeah,
which is like,
What are we in third grade? Yeah.
I know exactly. So, but another old school one that I was always just a real fan of was felching.
Oh,
Yeah, why don't you explain to everybody what felching is?
Anyone?
I haven't heard that in forever.
As I understand it, this is where one gentleman.
I like how we're all calling them gentlemen.
Yeah.
How nice of you guys. Like, these two gentlemen. I'm like, really?
Colors. Yeah.
Fine, distinguished people who are pulling off these maneuvers.
Who meant this to
Take
you?
off their monocles.
Yeah.
Cool down, twisted his handlebar mustache, and then he blows a load into his gentleman friend, and then he takes a straw.
Oh.
And he inserts it into the other gentleman's anus.
Yeah.
And he drinks himself out.
That's right. That's what that is. That's
I
always.
hate all of you.
So it's when you drink yourself out of your buddy.
Yeah.
The next one,
I'm gagging.
Whoa.
it's a you milkshake. All right. So then the other one that I really love that I just discovered, which is a Mississippi bird bath.
Oh, what is that?
I don't fucking want to know.
I do.
This one's lovely. This one's really refreshing too.
Does it include gentlemen?
One.
Okay. Hit me.
This is where a gentleman takes his lady friend, potentially like a Southern belle. I think that's why they call it like the Mississippi thing. But then you whip up some Kool-Aid and you fill her mouth with the Kool-Aid, and then you dunk your balls in there.
Oh, and do you say "oh yeah" when you do it? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mash the wall down.
Yeah. Erectus Tychicus. And
Yeah. And then there's a Blumpkin plunger, but I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what my favorite one is, guys.
Okay.
My favorite one of all time is called the double puddle. The double puddle is when you masturbate and cry at the same time. So you leave two puddles.
Monday.
It's my
Monday.
it's my all-time favorite. Guys, this is a tough one to decide, but
Or if it's hot enough when you do the Kentucky popsicles, you can wind up with a double puddle too.
I will say, there's no right answers on this, but there are definitely wrong ones. And I'll tell you something else. For me, watching Nicole and Scott squirm at the slow, meticulous description.
Yeah.
Kentucky, and by the way, it never stopped. I was like, oh, that's going to be the end of it. Oh, no, there's more. Oh, that's going to be the end of it. Oh,
Very complicated.
something else. So, Dan, a point for you, one step closer to your gloves, my man. There you go.
Oh, yay.
Dan.
We
I
have
really feel like Dan invented that.
I do. If I was cast, if we had to cast one of us,
Oh yeah.
one
Oh
of the
yeah.
Kentucky popsicle people.
By the way, Dan, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think a monocle would be a terrible look for you right now.
Oh yeah. This is
Hey.
a nice monocle.
Yep, not terrible. Okay, last top three, guys. And we'll start with you, Nicole.
Ugh.
3 celebrities that you would want as a dad.
Ooh. Morgan Freeman, because those bedtime stories would be lit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, that'd be awesome. I like seeing people walk in the background, Josh. I just want to like wave at all of them. Hi guys. Probably The Rock, because no matter what happens, he's gonna save my ass. Like he can save anybody all the time.
And he's
practical. Yeah. And then Tim Allen, because he's just the greatest TV dad of all time and will teach me things.
Yeah, and then he gets into weird hijinks and you can always save him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
makes
like
me the hero, which I really appreciate. Yeah.
Those are 3 great TV dads. Scott, who do you got? You're playing a TV dad right now, so you can't add yourself.
No. But they don't have to be TV dads, do they?
No, 3 celebrities you'd want as a
Okay,
dad.
good. Yeah. The one guy that comes to mind first would be definitely the dude, the Virgin Airlines guy. What's his name?
Richard Branson?
Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you could like borrow the helicopter, and we got a bunch of islands and shit.
I think he's got a plan to go to the moon or something.
That.
Yeah.
And it's like on the older side, so he won't live for too much longer. That'd be a bunch of cash pretty quickly.
Okay.
I really want to play Augusta National, so maybe like Nick Price.
Okay.
Right?
That's a good one.
Nick Faldo. Sir Nick Faldo.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Al Pacino.
Why?
I don't know, just to be like, this is my dad, Al.
Hoo-ah.
Oh, we've seen some.
You just hear him clearing his throat every morning. What would he sound like?
That's my old man.
Yeah. Okay. Dan, you got 3 celebrities you'd want as a dad.
First, Sylvester Stallone. I follow him on Instagram, and he's surprisingly funny to me. I didn't expect him to be so funny.
Schwarzenegger.
And he's still ripped.
Yep.
And I found out recently that he was the guy who started the Richard Gere gerbil in the ass rumor, supposedly.
That's amazing.
They got into a fight on set, and Richard Gere and him got into it. Richard Gere got let go, and then he thought Richard Gere was a dick. And Richard Gere thinks to this day that Sly put out this letter to all these casting directors and all these magazines like Variety, starting that rumor that remains to this day. That's like one of the best fucking pranks of all time.
That's amazing to hear that explanation, because we've all heard that rumor, right?
That wasn't true?
I was really hoping it was.
Scott's like, I started doing it, hoping
I
get
only
more
put
roles.
gerbils in my ass because I'm such a huge Richard Gere fan.
The whole gerbling thing is supposedly not true at all for anyone, but a lot of people still believe that, like, to this day, and that must just fucking infuriate Richard Gere.
Yeah, but when you Richard Gere, you've had the career he's had, but you're still known as the dude who put gerbils in his ass. That's like the best practical joke ever.
Oh, that's good trolling. That's level A trolling.
That's the best trolling I've ever heard. All right, Dan.
And then quick pick Ryan Reynolds, just because I kind of have a man crush on him. He's funny. I think he's a good actor. He's seems level-headed. And maybe if he worked out with me and took me on as his kid, even though I'm just a year younger, I could finally have like a 6-pack.
All right.
He'd help me get into shape.
Yeah.
And then fun pick would be Steven Seagal. Because he's actually a good martial artist. So he could beat the shit out of anybody who gives you problems. And you would have the best like stories, because he's fucking crazy, of just like, what my dad just did.
You
like,
also
endless.
You guys could go out and matching moo-moos.
Oh, yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, matching moo-moos is always good for father and son. Guys, these are excellent choices. But I will tell you, only one of you had somebody who was number 1 on my list as well. And for the exact same reason. But Morgan Freeman's bedtime stories, I've thought about that for almost my entire life. Like, that would be amazing. Guys, one more question. We're at 2, 2, and 1. Now, Scott,
sucks to be Scott. Okay.
You can either tie it up and everyone gets a pair of gloves, or one of you two can pull into the lead. Let's play our very last game called What Happens Next. I'm going to show you guys a video. I'm going to stop it midway, and then you guys are going to tell me what you think happens next. Let's take a look at this video. I haven't seen it yet either. Here we go. Sweet ass graphics. Okay, that looks challenging. Okay, something's coming in. Okay, all right. Well, not much of a clue. So let's see. Here are your choices for what happens next. Okay. All right, this is what we're looking at. All right, okay, what happened next? Face plant. All right, I don't think. Okay. B, instant relief. These guys get tricky with their options here. C, those pants be ripping. Okay, maybe. D, dog missile. Okay, here, guys, I want to tell you something. I haven't seen the video, and I don't write these multiple choices. The guys in the booth, Gage and Anthony, do, and they usually try to throw me off. Now, I'll tell everybody, the Capitals, that's a red herring. They're just trying to draw you to B. So I think if I know them, I'm going to say dog missile, but I don't know for sure. I'm picking dog missile. Scott, what are you picking?
So definitely not face plant, especially with the explanation mark. They're just shoving our face in it. And
By the way, I just want to hop in and tell you it's an exclamation point, not explanation point, but go ahead.
I've been home for 5 weeks.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah, I just want to throw it out there just in case you're going to be homeschooling your kids this week.
Oh no.
Those pants be ripping. That's a little too cutesy. Quick question, because there's a lot on the line here. Are you going to send us an extra pair of gloves so we can handle the gloves that we win?
Yeah, I'll double up your gloves.
Okay.
That was hard.
I'm going to say instant relief sounds like she farts, but there's no volume. I'm with you, Joshy. Dog missile. I don't know what the fuck it means, but it's dog missile.
Dog missile sounds good. All right, Nicole, what do you think?
Okay. Good point, Scott. B, I thought she was about to rip one right away at the beginning of that video, with the legs coming down, so chances of a slip are getting slimmer. So I'm going to go with dog missile as well. Kids coming, dogs coming.
Nicole, that is very astute. The leg was coming down a little bit.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
Neither do I. I was just agreeing.
I'm just kidding.
Dan, what do you think, man?
Well, I mean, my first choice before anybody said anything was also dog missile because I didn't know what else would happen. But now I want to be strategic, like game strategy. I feel like if I just pick that, then best case, I have a tie. So I have to pick something else to go for the win. And so my second choice would be, I think maybe the kid might face plant. He's not going very fast, though.
Yeah.
I don't think the pants are going to rip because of what Nicole said. She's on the way down. Instant relief. What Scott said, like you wouldn't hear it. So I'll just go to be different. I'm going to go face plant.
Okay, I'm going to throw one thing out about instant relief. I'm going to throw a little wrench in here in case anyone wants to change their answer.
Okay.
Possible that she pees?
Possible.
I thought that too. Right away, I'm like, it's going to be a loud sound or a urination coming right through.
Yeah.
But why would that happen so suddenly with the leg on the way down?
Right.
This still doesn't make sense. I'm Nancy Drewing for the people.
Totally.
Yeah, face plant might happen because I didn't think of the kid. I was looking at the lady. You might have the win there.
Okay, so we got one face plant and the rest are dog missiles.
Let's go, dog.
Let's see. Here we go. The whole video. So we have, that's not it. That was last week's.
Okay.
That deer did a great dive. That deer did a beautiful dive.
That was a crazy dive, right? The deer was like mid and like, oh no.
I watched it several times because it was just, I was like, it was ridiculous. Like it felt like 20 feet.
You know when you step off a curb that's longer than you think it is? And there's that extra like 3 inches, you're like, oh. Like,
Extra 3 inches. Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Buddy, fall down, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Instant
Was he taking it? Was he
She's
peeing?
instant relief.
relief. Instant relief.
Oh, I like how she hasn't broke. Can I tell you something? Man, do I wish he had taken a dump. I mean, that would have been. Guys, instant relief. They tricked us all, but nobody got this one right. But Dan and Nicole, you both win a pair of gloves. Scott, man, you're still.
Yeah. Gloves.
Yay!
Yeah.
Don't do this, guys. Don't do this.
Tell me what to do.
All right, everybody, listen. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. All your first times on the show. It was a ton of fun. But tell everybody where they can find you. Dan, let's start with you.
You can find the Time Suck podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. New episodes come out every Monday. And then I have a new stand-up hour special coming out on April 28th called Get Out of Here, Devil. And
can I just say, by the way, for those of you who are not familiar with Dan's stand-up, those are my fans. If you like my stand-up, you're going to like Dan.
Thank you, sir.
Super funny guy, man. And make sure you check out his stuff. He's super funny.
And congrats on your special, getting all the views.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram at letter I, letter B, Nicole Arbour, Facebook, Nicole Arbour Fans. And my podcast is coming out, Arbour Effect. Yeah.
I really can't wait to. And by the way, also, I will say this, and I'm not just kissing people's asses. Nicole has one of the most unique voices out there. It's worth checking out for sure. You really do. Like I love watching your videos. They're funny, but nobody else is you. And that's to me what makes an artist. Like there's nobody else who's in your lane. So Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm really impressed with that. And Scott, man,
You
hey,
can find me in my kitchen, cooking 3 squares a day, teaching school.
an exclamation point on there.
Yeah, with an explanation mark.
Waxing those pubes.
And when life starts again, you'll see me back on Nancy Drew on the CW, and I'm on Instagram and Twitter and Tinder if this whole thing lasts long enough.
Grinder, be honest.
You can find me, obviously, Josh Wolf Comedy on socials. Go to my YouTube page if you want to see some stand-up. I got a bunch of funny clips on there. Also, Control Chaos every Tuesday at 7, Friday at 1. But if you miss any of the episodes, they're on my YouTube page. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time. We had a great time having you, and we'll see you next time. Everybody, thank you at home. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.